got not one, not two, but three fantastic guests live in the studio. It's called Blackstage Presents Community. It's being supported by the Arts Council, partnered with Nike, and Pole Junkie as well. There's a lot of support for this particular event. But let's delve a little bit more, shall we, into the fantastic performers. I'd like to start off with yourself firstly, Ella.
I'm Filipina, born and raised, moved here to London 5 years ago, so I'm definitely bringing my culture in, but also bringing something that's very popular in the worldwide during last summer, a really nice song from a South African artist called Tyla.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be performing to that song as well, but yeah, it's going to be that. I'm going to be mixing my culture with global pop music, and I've been practicing like really hard. Woke up today with a really achy lower back, but I think it should be alright.
You're going to be fine. Do you feed off the energy of the audience, I wonder?
Definitely.
Does the adrenaline get you going when the music's on?
Yeah, that's what I'm keeping in mind. Like, I have to make eye contact, because like that will keep me thumbs up for the whole performance.
I'm Mexican British, and I'm paying a homage to Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to create a piece with my Mexican influence, but also my indigenous influence. So I've kind of created a piece. I'm so excited for everyone to see it.
Huge global superstar like J-Lo taking up pole dancing, talking about referencing it as an art form, also referencing the Latina community. And so what's your thoughts on this?
There's so much that you can develop through pole dance and the artistry through it. And at the beginning, when I started, I've worked in clubs before, so I think for me what was more mesmerising is seeing all the girls at the club and how they would just showcase all their art, and then learning from them how I can develop mine.
You know, pole dancing as an art form, but the fact is some people will still very much see it as kind of either very derogatory, or now we are starting to see pole dancing classes popping up in gyms across London, and it's now being seen as, oh, it's just an exercise. What's your thoughts and takes on this?
So pole that we do actually derives from sex workers of colour, so it actually derives originally from our communities of colour, and I just do feel like nowadays it's been kind of taken away from sex workers of colour and kind of like sanitized, if you will, and become something that's quite like whitewashed and like fitness and like distanced itself from the actual roots, where the roots actually like have always been an art. And that's one thing about pole. It is fitness, but it's also an art, and fundamentally it is an art, and it should be appreciated, and the roots should be respected and valued. And yeah, it has been popping up a lot more and has become more popular. I feel like it being featured in a lot of music videos and a lot of shows has made people more interested in it. And I just do think there's no reason that it shouldn't be put on the same platform as like ballet and contemporary and all these things, because it is as impressive, it is as important, and it should be seen as much.
Pole dancing for them will still be seen as very demeaning, and even if you are referencing the sex workers and that industry, it's going to be still deemed as derogatory, but here you are talking about the art of it.
I mean, that's something that I have to face as well. Like just recently on my like one of my social media posts, I commented on this like mainstream like Filipino like food influencer, and someone like picked out of my comments, went through my Instagram page and said like, oh, look at you pole dancing, like what, like a dirty form of like whatever. And it's just like so demeaning. And also at the same time I want to talk about how like pole dancing has been like sanitized. There's a lot of like pole dancers, I've seen that in Philippines, other parts of Asia, where like, oh, this is what we're doing is pole sports. It's different from
pole sports.
Yeah.
So kind of is that kind of to take away from the history?
Yes.
Being founded from sex work, like sex workers should always be included in pole and like creating and pioneering these spaces, because that's where it actually derives from, and that's where you get the most authentic style from.
And for you on a personal level, have you come past some of those kind of comments that you maybe got where people were looking down in the past?
Definitely, yeah, of course, yeah. Well, they'll ask me, why are you doing that, or why are you promoting that online, why are you showing this online? I'm like, but that's something that you need to change, you know, you need to rethink the way you see pole dance and know.
But the key element here is you've got to enjoy the performance.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
It's so stunning, honestly. Like, you can just watch it and be like, that is like the best thing I've seen. Like whenever
Yes.
we do a show, people are always crying. People that have never seen pole before, literally in tears. It's like, it's such a beautiful thing that can bring people to tears. Like, just value it, appreciate it, love it.
So let me give the detail. Blackstagepole.com. You can get all information there.